Okay, today we're going to be doing Chapter 2, Lesson 1, Prime Factorization in the McGraw-Hill textbook. You will need your textbook. You will also need your math notebook. Chapter 2, Lesson 1 starts on page 81, okay? You already have your vocab cards cut up, but we're gonna go ahead and define prime factorization in our math notebooks. So I'm gonna get my heading on there. Chapter 2, Lesson 1, prime factorization. And prime factorization is just when, so prime factorization is when a composite number can be written as a product of its prime numbers. Okay, so you see the word prime and you see the word factor, prime factors, prime factorization. In fourth grade, you would have called these maybe factor trees because that's what they look like. And I kind of stick with that analogy, and I'll show you why. Mine looks a little bit different. First thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to make ourselves a list of all of the prime factors up to 50. And I want you to copy this list in your notebook, but then I also want you to copy this list in your planner on page 11 because I will let you use it from time to time, even on tests and quizzes. So I'm going to start by turning my notebook sideways. I'm going to list them all, okay? And then you can copy this list down later. So the first original prime number is 2. Then you have 3, 5, 7, not 8, because it can be divided by 2, not 9, because it can be divided by 3, not 10, because it can be divided by 2. You'll notice that the only even prime number is 2, and that's because all other numbers can be divided by 2, which means they're composite. All right, so we have 11, 13, 17, 19, not 21, because 21 can be divided by 3 and 7. 22 is even, 23, nope, 23 doesn't have any more. 25 can be divided by 5. 27 can be divided by 9 and 3. 29, 31, 33 can be divided by 3 11, so no. 35 is divisible by 5. 37. 37 cannot be divided by anywhere else. Okay, 39 can be divided by 3. 41. 41, I can't think of any, so 41 is definitely on that list. 43, I don't think so, so 43 is on there. 45 can be divided by 5. 47. Yep, 47 does not have any other factors. And 49 can be divided by 7. Like I said, I'm going to stop there because you're not going to see any of these bigger ones. Most often, they'll stop, the ones that you're going to need are stop at 13. Those are the most common ones that you're going to see, which is nice because those are also in your planner on page 11 in your fact chart, math fact chart. All right, so I'm turning back normal, and I'm going to start with my first factor tree. I'm being asked to find the prime factorization of the number 36. I always kind of write it over. I want to give myself lots of room. I don't like the boxes in our textbook, so I tend not to use them. But again, I'm going to find two numbers that multiply together to get me 36. The first one that I think of is 3 and 12. 3 is a prime number, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my other color and I'm going to circle that in red. Okay, if you don't have another color, you just circle it with black or pencil. Doesn't matter, okay? 3 is a prime number. It's on this list, so I'm going to circle it. Now I'm going to go to 12. 12 is not on my list. I know that 12 can be broken down even further. 12 can be broken down because 3 times 4 is 2 factors of 12. Again, 3 is prime, so I'm going to circle my prime number. 4 is not. I'm going to break it down. 4 is the same as 2 times 2. Now remember, it's always a multiplication relationship. 2 is a prime number, so I'm going to circle it. Okay. Then I'm going to go back and I'm going to rewrite all of these, one of the numbers, these prime numbers that I've circled, in order from least to greatest. 2, 2, so I have 2 2s, 2 times 2, then I have 2 3s, times 3 times 3. One of the reasons I like to stick with the analogy of the factor tree, because then I call these my apples, which is another reason I like to use red, because they kind of, all my apples on my factor tree add up. If I go back and check my work, 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12, 12 times 3 is 36. Now I'm going to do this again to show you that it doesn't matter which factors you start with as long as they are correct. All right, 36. So one of the other combinations of 36 is 6 times 6, right? 6 times 6 is 36. Well, this 6 breaks down to 2 times 3. And this 6 breaks down to 2 times 3. All of which are apples. And if I list them out, look, I have the same. I have 2 2s and I have 2 3s. So it doesn't matter which set of facts I start with, I'm going to end up with the same answer. Most important thing to remember is to write the list in order from least to greatest. So I think I'm actually going to write that down. Write in order from least to greatest. Okay. All right, I'm going to flip the page. I'm going to start doing the next one. Oops, sorry. Okay, I'm asked to find the prime factorization of 24. So example 2. I have 24. Again, give myself lots of room. Okay, factor tree 24. Let's see. Let's do 4 times 6. 4 is not prime and neither is 6, so I have to keep going. 4 breaks down into 2 times 2, which are both prime. 6 breaks down to 2 times 3, also both prime. And then I go back and I write all of my factors down in order from least to greatest. I have 1, 2, 3 2s, 1, 2, 3 2s, and a 3. And remember, these are always being multiplied together because they are factors, and factors are multiplied together. If I go back and check, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 6. Sorry, 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, and 8 times 3 is 24. All right, we are going to do some of the harder ones. Number 2 in the independent practice is 63, so it's a little bit bigger of a number. Again, I'm just trying to think, what are the factors of 63? 7 times 9, right? 7 is prime, 9 is not. Keep going. 9 breaks down to 3 times 3, both of which are prime. I'm going to write those out in order least to greatest. And then I'm going to go back and check. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 7 is 63. So my answer is good to go. All right, for homework, or not homework, for the rest of your remote learning assignment, I want you to do the prime factorizations from the My Homework page, 85. And I want you to do problems 1 through 4. Okay? Remember, you're going to do these problems in your math notebook. Okay? Then you're going to type the answers into a Google document and take a picture of the work in your math notebook and upload that picture as part of it.